Why, good morning, everybody. Today is Tuesday, April 7th, and it is Crazy Hat Day. Or it's Hat Day. Maybe I'm making it Crazy Hat Day. And I was so happy when I heard that we're having a hat day because I've got quite the collection of hats that I've never even brought into school to show you guys. There's too many of them, but I have about 40 to 50 hats, I think. They're up in my attic. I was up there this morning crawling around to get some of them down so that I could wear them. These are actual hats. This is a hat from the 60s, so your grandma or your great grandma probably wore hats like this. I think there's matching gloves up in my attic too, but so I brought a collection of hats that I'll be wearing today as we're talking. So today's going to be an easy day. Today is going to be reviewing our daily language review, so please take that out. And we're just going to work on our last reason paragraph of our writing piece. So it's very much like yesterday's work and the work from last week on the first paragraph. So we're going to continue with that. So take out your DLR right now, please. Okay? Oh, got this hat. This one's pretty goofy. Look at this hat. This is a real hat from the 60s. I can never get it to stay on my head. I call this my ice cream sundae cherry hat. Kind of looks like a cherry on top of your head. Women wore these out. Could you believe wearing something silly like this? So this was a hat that they wore. Lots of different kinds of hats. So we're going to zoom in to our... Gotta slide that down. Didn't realize that. Okay. Let's go over our work. Okay, so yesterday we're going over Mondays. So correct the sentences. Red, yellow, and blue are primary colors. Capitalize the R because it's the beginning of the sentence. Put a comma after the red, after the yellow. And we need punctuation at the end. So red, yellow, and... Oh, and I had to... No, the word and is there. Red, yellow, and blue are primary colors. Period. Right? The second sentence says, it was time for dinner. I set the table. That's really two sentences there that doesn't have a period in there, but we only want it to be one sentence. So you should make it, we need to capitalize it, beginning of the sentence. Capitalize I. We always capitalize that pronoun when that I when it's by itself, and put punctuation at the end. Period. So I have, it was time for dinner and I set the table. That's one way you could do it. You could also use the word so. It was time for dinner, so I set the table. Two ways. Number 3 and number 4. Which is the adjective, the describing word? There was a gold ring in the window. What kind of ring? A gold ring. Gold is your adjective. Joe has 4 sisters who live in Nebraska. So this might be a little bit trickier, but the subject is his sisters. What kind of sisters? 4 sisters. So circle the word 4. Then the analogy, interesting is to dull. And we know that the bridge, I gave you that clue, is opposite. So interesting is the opposite of dull. Dull means boring. As opened is to what? What's the opposite of opened? Closed. All right, so that was quick and easy doing that. Zoom you back out. Okay. All right, Davy Crockett. You guys know Davy Crockett? You probably don't. It was a TV show, I think back in the 50s when I wasn't around then either. But every boy wore a Davy Crockett hat. It was made out of raccoon. This is fake. It's make-believe. It's not a real raccoon. So let's look at the story here. My story about camping. I read you my first and second reason, which are by the color codes. My first reason was about nature. My second reason was about meals and cooking. My third reason in my introductory paragraph said, when we go camping, there are so many different things that you can do that are also relaxing and fun. So today I'm going to talk about the different things that we could do when we're camping. Okay? So I had said on my list that Remember this page here on the whiteboard: hiking, fishing, and spending time with family and friends. So that's what I'm going to write about today. All right, my African pith helmet, P-I-T-H, pith, like a jungle hat. I thought since I'm going camping, I would wear this. So, what I did with my sentence to include those 3 things from my graphic organizer. When you go camping, there are so many things you can do. Things to do. You can go hiking. There are usually trails in or near most campgrounds. Fishing is always a popular activity. I like to go camping near a river or lake. That's my second thing. You can catch and release your fish, or you can take them back to your campsite for dinner. What I like most about camping is sitting around the campfire and relaxing, my third detail. When I camp with our son's Boy Scout troop, we always sing songs. It's nice to just sit and talk and tell stories with your family and friends. Have you ever gone camping? That's the fun part, just hanging around the campfire and relaxing. Kids can play or make your s'mores that we talked about in my meal paragraph. So camping could be fun. So today you're going to work on your third reason. And make sure you put your 3 details in there. Make sure you attach your document. I'm having a hard time finding some. I have to go digging to find them. Remember, I'm keeping one big document on my flip chart. You're keeping one big document on your Google Doc. We don't want all separate things there. So, hello, how are you today? This is my English Bobby hat. A Bobby is a policeman in England, and these are the kind of hats I wore. I bought this years ago when I went there. It's a kid's hat, so it doesn't really fit my head all that great, but it's my Bobby hat. So, do you have any questions? Again, parents, if you have any questions, you can send me an email. I like how I've gotten some concerns with people. I don't want you to sit there and feel that you have to work on this alone. Some of the kids have gone ahead and gone a little farther. If you've gone ahead, I want you to make sure that you are paying attention to this video and going back and checking. Notice that I have details. My paragraphs aren't little short details. So if you put your details in, you can add things to it. When I talked about fishing, I talked about camping near a river or a lake or a pond or something, or talked about how you can catch and release, or you can bring your fish back to your campsite and have them for dinner if you learn how to cook them. So with that, I want you to have a wonderful day, and I will close out with my sombrero. It's bigger than I thought it was. It's taking up the whole camera. Da-da, 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 da-da. Have a good day today, everybody, and wear your crazy hat. Bye.